Hey guys, I'm live. How you guys doing? I just want to do some updates. It's not random rant, but it's updates. Um, I got blow off by I called him Party Guy. Blew me off for a gig today, so I deleted him as a contact and deleted the text with him. Who cares? Have a good life, Party Guy. But I do have a gig at the Shamrock Standing at 7:30 Tuesday nights for open mic night. So I have that. I'm not going to try tomorrow. I'll try a week from tomorrow. I'll try my first open mic night. And again, I have a friend coming that I want her to film me on my phone, and she's got to bring a friend that can film me like professionally. So that'll be a week from tomorrow. I just need to get a ride there. But providing I can, then there's that. Looking forward to it actually. And really honestly, I'm kind of glad I got to go through with just the pre-jitters and then not even having the gig, because I think I got a lot of the jitters out of my system. I think when I do the next gig I actually do I think I'll actually be better than it would have been today. I was kind of nervous, but I'm not anymore. Like I nothing happened. So next time I'm like, well, screw it. I'm a lot more just relaxed on this next one. I mean, after all, for all I know, the way my life goes, there might not even be a gig. But I went through the nerves, and now I don't think I care as much. So I think that'll actually be good for my playing, believe it or not. To go back next gig, I'll just be more relaxed about it. You guys, I already got stood up, so what's next? And what's worse than that? Nothing really, as far as gigs goes, right? Now about the religion thing and the church thing. I have no friends my friends unfriended me today. So lots of irony within that. It all came down to jealousy because I liked the girl, but the guy gets all butthurt about it. But another irony though within that was I was calling the girl, but I wasn't calling to tell her anything. I was calling her to tell her about a spiritual breakthrough I made that I said on a video, and I'll say again to you guys right now in a minute. It was nothing to do with that. And then the other irony is there's that irony, and then the other irony is that these Mormons act like they have so much love, and when in the end, they're human too. They're just like they have the jealousy and everything else that everybody else does. None of that goes away with God, or with some kind of a seeming love of God. It doesn't take away any of those baser feelings. The guy would still shoot me over his girlfriend, Christian or no. There's your Christian love for you. That's that irony. And then there's another irony on top of that, is the irony that I actually feel better not being their friends, because then I don't have to live up to their tight ass little moral codes. And they were starting to pressure me, especially the girl pressured me to. I make my progress, but not having to live up to their, and not having to fake like they're my friends, and I'll be friends at a certain level, but under that there's shotguns involved and jealousy, like any other worldly thing would have, and maybe even worse. I'm glad I'm just done with them. And then that means, kind of ironically, but if I may still go to the Mormon church though, because it still may be God's church, and I'm not going to not go because of them. I even texted the dude this. I said, I'm not promising you I won't go to church. If God says to, I will go. You have a shotgun or no. That's all right. If God says to go, I'm going to go. Whether he's there or not, whether he's got a shotgun there or not, I'm just going to go because God said to. That's it. End of story. I called the missionaries and told them as much. So they'll know. If Ben brings his army SWAT team and has me blown away, then they'll know. Somebody will know that I said so first. Whatever. Make your move. Whatever. I don't care. I don't value my life that much, dude. I'm walking in the street, and if there's somebody like past me riding a bicycle, I'll not only step into the street and let them have the sidewalk while they go by me, but if cars play with me a little bit, while like I'll hit you or something while I'm actually in the bike lane, I'll just walk toward them. You want to play? Let's play then. Usually there's a girl in the passenger seat that laughs, kind of probably halfway at me and halfway at her dick ass boyfriend trying to
play tough guy with me when I really don't value my life that much. I don't take it. First of all, I already faced death, and second of all, I don't really value my life that much, and third of all, I'm gonna die anyway. Want it to be today? Let's do this. Whatever. And anyway, and then Dow's not talking to me now, but whatever. I'm kind of glad. I mean, you know what? People, you know what? And Dow's this devout Jehovah's Witness person, and she's kind of digging with the Mormons too. But she's very devout with her religion and her Jehovah's Witness, and she's as mean as anybody. I mean, religion doesn't clean people up. It either only appears to do so, and eventually it's not true, and the truth comes out, or people just fake like it does so, which is worse than that, because then there is no change. They're just acting nice. It's either that or there's a change, but it's only on the surface, and the truth of what's underneath still comes out eventually, maybe even worse. Maybe even worse than if there was no religion there in the first place. If I go to church, it's not going to be for love of people. Well, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with feeling loved at the church, but I'm basically going. If I go, it's because I feel like there might be truth to it, and God tells me to. Period. If it's just the love of the people, I can either skip that or get that somewhere else. Both fine with me. But let me reiterate once again the breakthrough I had on my walk today that I was going to call the girl and tell her about. I called her twice, and both times I was going to tell her that what I'm about to tell you. And the boyfriend thinks, what I'm about to say is literally what I was going to say. And I already said it on a video, but let me repeat it once again since I'm live here. And it was a spiritual progress I made today on my walk. I realized that no matter how bitchin' I am, God made me, if there's a God, but let's just say that, God made me, he's more bitching than me because he made me. Well, he's really bitching, whatever, badass, whatever you want to call it. However cool I am, God's cooler because he made me. And I had totally overlooked that all my life until my walk today. And I was going to tell this girl that was my friend what I just said to you, I was going to tell her. And then instead it blew up as what really happened in real time. I realized that if there's a God, he made me, he's cooler than me. He's more badass than me. He's more bitching than me. That's all I was going to say to this girl. So whatever. But that's what my spiritual progress was today. And it's funny about that. It's funny. There's irony within that because you might think that would make me feel bad, but it does a lot of things to me that are actually good. First of all, I don't have to act like the coolest thing in the universe because there's someone cooler. The dude that made me, he's cooler than me. So that's a lot of pressure off my shoulders. I don't have to be the coolest dude in the world, in the world, in the galaxy, in the universe, because there's still a dude cooler than me, and that's the guy that made me, God, if the God exists. Now that's a lot of pressure off of me, first of all. And then second of all, on top of that, it allows me to be more humble, but then again, it allows me to feel some kind of pride that I didn't even feel before, because I now respect the dude that made me, which means in some funny way I'm actually respecting myself because he made me. So by respecting him, I'm respecting myself because I'm his creation. So it loops around back to me where I actually respect myself more than I did when I was like me against God. I used to like this with God. Hey God, you want to play chess with me? Let's do this. It totally escaped me that he made me. He's cooler than me until today. And that's what I was going to call my friend and tell her. And then she read me the riot act in response to not even talking to me. She just gave me this riot act text. I deleted it and deleted her as a contact, didn't block her. I deleted the dude, the boyfriend. I deleted all the texts I did to him.
and vice versa. And I deleted him as a contact, but didn't block him. So as far as I'm concerned, if I get there and if they call, I won't know who they are, but they won't be blocked. Whatever. If they never call again, have a nice life, dudes. Whatever. That was my breakthrough today. God's cooler than me. He made me. Got a problem? If there's a God, you know, if the Bible's true, there's a dude better than me, more badass than me, and that's God that made me. It stands to reason. And now I figured that out on my own. So maybe I know it in a better way than somebody telling me somehow. I just really know it because it came to me. I figured it out. It's something no one can take that from me because I figured it out myself. And I didn't have to read it or get taught it. It's something I came to that realization on my own, and I'm just lighter hearted now. And yeah, you know what? I'm not perfect. I'm not going to obey everything God says at any given time or right now or whatever. I still have my free will. But what changes is that I just don't think I'm the coolest dude anymore. I know that that's not true. That it's not. I'm not. So I know that. I know that. I may disobey God, but I respect Him more than I did before. And yeah, I don't obey Him. I don't really obey God in all the things He says. But then again, I'm not perfect. I never said I'm not saying I am. I didn't say I was. But I've made progress. I didn't say perfection. I said progress, in that I know God is more badass than me if He exists. That's a start. That's the start of something cool with spiritual truth and religion. But rather than take that, or take my call and listen to this stupid friend tags team with her boyfriend to just shun me and totally shame hate me, and it didn't work as far as the shame goes because I don't care. I'm glad you're not my friends, dudes. It takes a lot of pressure off of me. I don't have to pretend like you're my friend. And plus, I know your real character. Truth is more important to me in the end than friendship, because I know the truth of your heart now. That's more precious than just having your friendship for the moment or your apparent friendship. Knowing the truth of who you are is more valuable than that, and I'll take the trade any day, and I'll take it today. Fair enough. Won't fool me again as easily. And I know more about your heart condition than I did before, and that's more important to me than having to act like your friend or you having to act like mine, or being temporary friends with you while you're temporary friends with me. Fine with me. I'm off your leash too. I don't have to do what you guys kind of start to expect of me. I don't feel that peer pressure from you because it doesn't exist, because I'm not your friend anymore. So you don't have power over me, which I kind of like that. I like that freedom. I like not having any friends in some ways. But on the other hand, I like having friends and fans that actually do give me love. But these Christian people were only acting loving because they saw that they felt good about themselves for it, or they thought that they should because I'm going to church with them, and some other fucking stupid thing that we just blew the cover off of today, and it's better off. And I know who they are more. Have each other, dudes. I don't care. Fine with me. There's boyfriends and girlfriends all over the world. We can't have all the girls, right? LOL. In my case, though, I know who you guys are now. You guys don't have, and I'm glad I know that, and you won't fool me as easily next time. If there is a next time. If there's not, I still know your character, and I'll listen from that, not only about your character, but maybe I'll be wiser and smarter with the next persons that are of your ilk that come along my way. I've learned it. No matter what, I've learned something, eh? And I had this little breakthrough today. And it just makes me lighter hearted, I'm kind of happy that either I'm not the biggest badass in the world, I don't have to be. And I don't have to, if I'm not, I don't have to climb till I will be. Understanding that there's a creature, an entity more badass than you, and there always will be, changes your attitude a little for the better, I think. Take it or leave it. And that's exactly what I was going to tell this girl. What? Hey, I just realized this. Here's the fact that the boyfriend jumped so quickly to his assumption might mean he's insecure because that's far from what I was going to tell her. I wasn't going to tell her that. I wasn't going to say that. That all came from out of his heart. Insecure much? I don't know. I'm not Joe psychologist and I'm not God, but it sounds it's a working theory. What are you scared of? What are you so defensive of, dude? I wasn't going to say that to her. Oh well, I don't care. Have a nice time. I know I will. Anyway, so um, I got all my guitars set back up in the hippie room. They were all packed to go to the gig. I by realizing when I realized things like people like my wife not just being a total mean person, even though she's religious, and then these more recent friends that were religious friends that just are totally wacko slash evil slash jealous. It either makes me glad to be alone, or maybe at the same time, it makes me appreciate you fans of mine and even more, because I do have fan friends, and you guys haven't let me down, and you guys haven't done what this Dow, Dal or these friends from church have done. You guys just haven't done that to me. Yeah, sure, I've got haters along with it, but whatever. So what? Who cares? Jesus had haters too. Not that I'm Jesus, because I'm not. In fact, I said it on my video today. The only person that ever lived that might have been able to go toe-to-toe with his creator is Jesus. And he didn't even use it that way, did he? He didn't go around confronting God based on the fact that he might get somewhere. He didn't do that. He said, I always do the will of the Father who sent me. The Father is greater than I. Someone said, you are good. He said, why do you call me good? There's only one good God. Worship him. He wouldn't even let the guy call him good. He said, there's only one good. That is God. Worship him. He didn't even take, he said, thy will, not mine, be done in Gethsemane, even though he knew what was ahead of him. And when he said, Lama, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani, which means, my God, why have thou forsaken me? He didn't curse at him either. At God. He didn't sin. He didn't curse at God. He just said, why, God, my God, why have you forsaken me? That's not a sin. He still kept it up and still died till he took his last breath and said, it is finished. And that was the one dude that could have maybe had a case for going toe-to-toe with his creator. And he didn't even use it that way. And I not only don't have that credit he had as far as to go toe-to-toe with his creator. He didn't even do that. And even if I had more credit than I have, I'd still be a jerk if I did try to go toe-to-toe with God based on Jesus' example that he didn't. And it kind of shows, it kind of sets the example that neither should either of us. And not only that, he's the only one that really had the right to, and he didn't. That's even less that we should than otherwise. And I didn't realize any of this, this concept until today on my walk. It just hit me. No matter how badass I am, there's a dude better than me, the guy that made me, and it kind of makes me, it kind of gives me pause, and it takes me a step back, and it makes me think a little differently. Like, okay, I guess I won't be playing 3D chess with God much longer anymore, because I know who I'm playing with, and I may choose to bow out and not make much of a wager, and not be too arrogant about my opening moves in any said 3D chess game. Love you guys. Peace, love, and welcome.